Oh, what's up, folks? Welcome back to the channel. It's Fozza here. I hope you're having a fantastic day. It's Monday, so we're going to be continuing our custom tactics series on FIFA 22. If you do enjoy the video and you find it useful, please do give a thumbs up. It's greatly appreciated. It helps me out. It helps me know you're enjoying the content. It helps the algorithms, all that nice stuff. And if you're new around here, please hit that subscribe button. We're trying to hit 1,000 subs on the YouTube partner program. We greatly appreciate it. The channel's been growing nicely. The support's been really good overall on all the videos, so thank you for that. Today we're going to be taking a look at the 3-5-2. Now, I'll flick over and show the team that I ran while testing this. It's a little bit of a different team. I've hit this point in FIFA where I'm just sort of playing with fun teams. And you can see we've gone for a 5 at the back setup with 3 actual centre-backs. None of this full-back centre-back bollocks. We have 3 all-out centre-backs. One of them's also a bit slower with it being small in as well. But I was initially testing the 5-2-1-2, but we've uploaded that a couple of times. So I was like, no, I'm going to force myself to finally find out a good system for the 3-5-2. I've tried the 3-5-2 a few times this year. Had success for a little bit with one setup, but never found what really worked for me. But I've got it now. I used these tactics this past weekend. If you follow me on Twitter, which you should, and if you've been on Discord, my Discord, both of them are linked down below, check them out. The game's in a weird space right now. I'm not enjoying it quite as much, but playing this 3-5-2, going back to a full Serie A team, I was using like the Paul, Modric, Neymar. Like I was going this full meta route, but I just decided to try going back to the roots of the Serie A, trying a nice 3 at the back system. Well, I do want to note before we dive into the tactics here, this Ilicic card is actually really good. We'll see where he's playing. He's playing cam for me in this system. His left foot is monstrous. His like shot power and long shots being 93 and 94. He just scores for fun on it. Plus he's got finesse on outside of the foot shot. He's like 40k when I bought him. Really good card. If you want a cheap beast to play cam, there you go. But 3-5-2 custom tactics. We're playing press after possession loss on 45 width and 70 depth. This is a little bit different because previously in these 3 centre-back setups, I've been trying to get the width between 30 and 35. Again, I kind of just hit a point, I was like, I'm going to try it and see. With it being left mid and right mid and not being actual wing backs, having the width is kind of nice because it gets you a bit of a spread on the back line, because obviously with the left mid and right mid, they're not always there. It's not a 5 back, it's a 3 back. It does play differently. With a 5 at the back, those wing backs are always kind of there, so if a centre back is a bit out of position, you can recover easily. But I think the 45 width, I tried 40 as well. 45 worked the best, and 70 depth was kind of a sweet spot. Anything lower than that, I found the team just was sitting back a little bit too much. Anything higher, I got penetrated by 3 walls. So 70 is a sweet spot here. We are running press after possession loss because it's how I like to play. I know I did say I was going to try and see if I could get nice balance or press on heavy touch tactics, but press after possession loss is what's been working best for me. So I enjoy to play. So here we are. We run press after possession loss again. On the offense side of things, long ball and forward runs. If you're new around here, you might not know that I like fast build up, but we decided to go long ball this time. My thinking being the combination of long ball and forward runs, when I've got these left mid and right mids, I want to bomb down. And then I maybe have a centre mid that I want to get forward in. I've got a cam there, 2 strikers. Rather than doing fast build up and having everyone drag out of position, doing long ball with the forward runs, hopefully those left mid and right mids will get into good spaces, and then hopefully that trio of the strikers and the cam will work really nicely. I'm going for 50 width here. Again, I've been playing below 50 for most of the year. Just decided to try something out. Obviously, we're playing a higher defensive width. I thought we'd just up the ante a little bit on the offense. 50 width here seems to work quite well. It gives a bit of that nice just sort of spread across the pitch. I couldn't really fault it at all. Obviously, it's the sort of the default, the middle go-to width. What I will say about this at all, the only thing to possibly change is the press after possession loss to balanced if you don't play well on press after possession loss. But with how the system works, I think that's the best. We're lining up in-game like this. So as you can expect, my 3 centre-backs actually play centre-back. Goalkeeper plays goalkeeper. Nothing new there. What the slightly different things are, I've been playing Darmian as a defensive midfielder here alongside Zakaria. So Darmian is my big all-out defensive midfielder. I say big. Zakaria is actually the bully here, but Darmian's got the work rates. He's got the medium attack and high defensive. I've been playing him as a fullback or centre-back for most of the time. This is my first time properly trying him as a centre-mid, and he's very good. We'll look at his stats a little bit at the end of this video of why he is a good DM. This means that Spinazzola plays right mid for us. Obviously, he's right-footed. Despite him being a left back, I want him on the right-hand side. My only gripe with my system right now is that Brahim, this is his cam version, so I think he's either got 89 or 90 pace on the card, and I put a hunter on it. I would probably prefer to have a winger here, whether that's a winger who is on, obviously we're started in the 5-2-1-2 system, so I can't really get an actual winger in on full chemistry. whether that's a winger on like 7 chemistry, possibly like the Zano card, the new card that came out, or the Neymar, something like that, would probably work a little bit better here just to have the higher pace. But Brahim did a really good job regardless. Your cam, as I said, was Ilicic, and then my strikers are Muriel and Martinez. Kind of obvious striking options. Ilicic as a cam works really, really well, actually. So the instructions wise, what do we run? The keeper was on balance actually. I forgot to change him to comes across on sweeper keeper. It's one of those things. Keepers are keepers, not much to say. The defenders are all default. We haven't played around here. We've not put them in overlap. We've not done join the attack, anything like that. So very, very standard in this front. Darmian, I'm saying, is our main defensive midfielder. He's on stay back, man mark, and cover centre. With this being left mids and right mids, not wing backs, I feel you need a defensive midfielder on stay back, otherwise you can get exposed. Having him on man mark just helps a lot. Like, you can put him on cut passive lanes, but I feel like when you've got 3 centre backs and people are loving these 3 balls, making the AI just constantly defend and man mark someone on the other team who's in their position works absolute wonders. And obviously he's covering centre, so he's going to roam in front of these 3 centre backs, and that's where I can get away with having the 45 woods, I think, because although the centre backs are spread out that a little bit more, Darmian was kind of just roaming whoever man was in that area in front of them too, so that works really well. Zakaria is just on cut passing lanes, everything else is balanced. He did actually score a couple of goals for me, which was surprising. He's a big man with low agility and balance. I managed to get into the box and score with him. He is high attacking, medium defensive. That's why he just gets forward, and that's why I'm playing him as my like box to box defensive midfielder kind of thing, because he can pass, he can kind of shoot and score. But I think having him on stay back and then Darmian roaming, the work just wouldn't have worked. This worked out really nicely for me. Very happy transferred to Juventus because it means I can play a team like this. My left midfielder, who is my actual sort of winger, he's not as defensive. They're just in get into the box, cut inside, and get in behind. I put cut inside on here, mainly because he's not full of pace. Like 90 pace is fast, but he's not like a 99, 97 pace winger. Going endlessly on the get in behind, trying to beat a fullback wouldn't necessarily work. But having them cut inside for the chance creation, he's got a finish shot as well. Really, really nice. Spinazzola is my more defensive player who's on comeback, getting behind and getting to the box, so not worrying about the cutting inside. Basically, Spinazzola is just used to get up and down the pitch, offer an outlet and defend. I will say you can switch these guys about whichever way you like to. Honestly, it won't make too much difference. Put your more defensive player on the comeback, and then your more attacking one on what Brahim is set to, the cut inside, getting behind and getting to the box. You can switch these. You could play Brahim on the right, Spinazzola on the left if you wanted to, and flip the tactics, and it would still work well. Now we've got the cam, which is Ilicic, who he's get on stay forward, get into the box, and I've been testing this, and this helps a lot. Aggressive interceptions. I never thought my cam having aggressive interceptions would be key. You can play them default, which is normal interceptions, but I found aggressive was working really well. This started from my 5-2-1-2 where Brahim Diaz was cam, and I had him on aggressive interceptions, and he was winning the ball back and then seeing him out, and I was like, okay, I want to try this moving forward. Ilicic, obviously, he's a big guy. He can put in a tackle in FIFA, you know. Having him on aggressive interceptions, he has low stamina, so I found that I had to stop him off at the 70th minute because he's low stam. Obviously, this is making them work a little bit harder, but this combined with press after possession loss, man, he wins the ball back so much. So for your cams, definitely try this aggressive interceptions. It works absolute wonders for me. I'll be keeping this in mind moving forward. I think it's definitely something that hasn't been taken advantage of too much when it comes to custom tactics. Most people just look at it as a defensive thing. Why would you want to do it with your cam? Trust me, it works. For the 2 strikers, our right striker is our stay central, getting behind, stay forward, and then the left striker is just getting behind. My decision for this is, I think you want 2 out-and-out strikers here. If you have a winger who's good at finishing and is just an absolute pace merchant, they can play here too, but you'd probably want to play them in the left striker spot, similar to Muriel. This is the spot where if you do have a winger playing striker, it's like pace merchant galore. Just let them get in behind. Road to the final road to the knockout Werner works brilliantly here. Muriel has good pace as it is, obviously, so he works nicely there, and I've also brought that Neymar flashback on. They're basically just let them ideally be a high medium player, work as right, high attacking, medium defending, high low would work as well, high attacking and low defensive. So that's kind of what you want here, because it means all you have to do is get in behind. You don't have to worry about stay forward. But your stronger striker, I want them on stay forward and stay central. They're like a really core fundamental to the team, and they'll also get in behind. And Martinez is perfect for that. So that's the tactics. If I said, if you do enjoy it, please leave a like, and if you find them helpful, hit that like button. Let me know in the comments down below. All that good stuff, how you get on with them. I'm gonna hit no because I did arse around with something. But yeah, hit that subscribe button as well if you're new around here to help me try and get 1,000. Just really quick, why Darmian works as a DM. Say medium high, 5-star weak foot. Fantastic. 3-star skill moves is fine for DM for me. I don't use skills much anyway, but having like the distribution options on the 5-star weak foot is fantastic. I still have an anchor on him, and that's to get the aggression maxed out, get that strength up to 88. His defending obviously is fantastic. He's got like 92 defensive awareness with 92 interceptions as a DM, with his stand tackle and slide tackle basically maxed out, and he has 97 pace. His vision at 76 is a little bit of a letdown, but I think if you compare this to the likes of Kante, who people still use as a DM, overall this Darmian card is better, in my opinion. You could, if you wanted to, switch to a Catalyst and max out the pace and passing, or maybe go for like a Powerhouse, or even a Backbone. But fantastic DM. And that's it. That's the video, guys. So yeah, as I said, if you enjoyed it, leave a like, and if you're new around here, hit the subscribe button. Thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you in the next video, which the next planned video will be a squad builder on Thursday. But I'm hopefully EA will release something in the next 2 days that will allow me to get a video up and chat about that. Thank you very much, guys. Goodbye.